Group A features some rather intriguing matches. You have the current reigning world champion, Blacklist International. They are big favorites to be the first back-to-back M Series world champions. After their absence from M3, Myanmar once again steps forth to try to claim the Land of Dawn throne and succeed in the outstanding run Burmese Ghouls had at M2. Cambodian champion Burmese Flash aims to be the breaking Cambodian team. With PH Imports Hesa, MP the King and coach Zico, it is undeniable this squad is one of the underdog teams to look forward to. Lastly, Turkey sends a new team, Incendio Supremacy, to try breaking into the MLBB international scene. Filled with experience from M3, I can't wait to see how much they improved from their last time. Without further ado, it is time for me to predict my final standings in Group A of the M4 World Championship. Right, let's go. 4th place. Incendio Supremacy. Turks got quite unlucky with their group draw. Whilst there isn't any Indonesian team in Group A to lock the 2nd place completely, you still have really strong adversaries looking to tear you apart. All teams are from Southeast Asia. You have the world champions Blacklist International to face. Then there is arguably the biggest dark horse of the tournament, Falcon Esports, in your way. Lastly, there is Burmese Flash with 3 PH Imports. Consider the fact another MPLKH team, Impunity KH, just managed to beat Malaysia's Todok at IESF Bali as well as go to the last game in their series with Indonesia, ultimately securing 3rd place. Prestigious success for the growing MLBB nation. You can expect one tough ride. This is a group of death. With great hardship comes opportunity. Incendio got a hard group, no doubt about that. Is Incendio doomed to be 4th? Not necessarily. I do think there is a small chance of an upset victory. Remember, 3rd placer of Group A is going to face the 4th placer from Group B. We are talking about a match against the likes of Malvinas Gaming or MDH Esports. This is a playable series for Coach Paranoid's team. 4th place, on the other hand, will see Incendio face 3rd placer of Group D that can be the Valley, RRQ Akira, or even Team Hawk. You don't want to face any of these teams right out of the group stage if you're Incendio Supremacy. This can end up catastrophically, likely a last place finish. What I was saying earlier is that the Turks will play with a great sense of urgency and potentially overperform. Overperforming against Burmese Flash might just tip the scales in favor of our European, Middle Eastern boys. What will decide is the experience and lessons the Incendio team gains from their scrims with other Asian teams. Express Laner, Alien as well as Coach Paranoid played for Bidel at M3. These two have the potential to utilize the knowledge from M3 for the most optimal training. And maybe, just maybe, we will see the first upset of M4 happen in Group A. I predicted Incendio 4th. The surprise win is possible and I hope to see upsets. They make this tournament entertaining to watch. However, I find it to be highly unlikely to happen. Too unlikely for me to make a surprise prediction. I don't follow the Turkish scene. Guys have the potential to beat certain sea regions. Whether they manage to materialize that potential is a question we'll know the answer to in January. Third place. Burmese Flash. Coach Zico probably won't squeeze into the upper bracket. Luckily, there is no need to panic because getting MDH Esports or Malvinas Gaming in the lower bracket is not a bad deal in my opinion. Last year, Team CU soon did not perform to the expectations. Only Red Canids fell to the first MPLKH champions. Burn X Flash looks forward to putting on display how much Cambodia had grown stronger in the last 12 months. I'll say it right away. The top 8 spot is looking very unlikely for Cambodians. If you reach the upper bracket and fail to win against the winner of Group D, you're facing Falcon Esports again. I have almost no confidence Cambodians can win best of 3 against Myanmar. Why do I mention the top 8? See you soon finished 9th to 12th. Burn X Flash wishes to improve this record. What lies ahead is almost an impossible pathway. Do they even have a chance against Falcon? In best of 1, yes. BO1 can produce upsets. We've seen that at M3 with teams like Onak Indonesia or Team SMG utterly flopping in group stages. I think it is possible Cambodians can surprise Falcon and secure the sweet victory royale. Who are these guys up against anyways? Let's see. In MSC 2022, Falcon kicked out Malaysia's Todok and swept Indonesia's Onak Esports in the group stages. Whoops. Similar to Burmese Ghouls, Falcon lifts some good weight too. Don't lose hope Cambodians, it is still possible your team might win, though quite unlikely. Burn X Flash should win quite comfortably against the Turks, securing the ideal 3rd place. What follows is most likely either Malvinas Gaming or MDH Esports, then the 2nd placer of Group D most likely unless an upset happens. I suppose this route is a little bit safer than the upper bracket maybe. But who wants to go to the lower bracket right away? 2nd place. Falcon Esports. The Dark Horse. Myanmar made a name for itself at M2. Burmese Ghouls came only seconds behind Bren Esports in the grand finals. MSC 2022 saw a successful Myanmar return to the land of dawn. Later, Falcon brought in a Filipino coach Dale to train this team to a higher level. M4 will be the ultimate test. MSC 2022 revealed Myanmar still has it, at least against Indonesians. The boys met Omega Esports in the lower bracket and got swept. I was surprised by this one-sided score. The scoreline doesn't really tell the entire story. I think the 28-minute game had to do a lot with Falcon's mental endurance. Losing such lengthy games can be detrimental. You've seen that with RRQ at M3. I'm talking about the 35-minute game against Blacklist. The following games were just a formality after RRQ exhausted themselves with Game 1. Losing after half an hour hits your mind hard. Coach Dale was hired to try to close the gap. We will know the answer to it on January 3rd when they face the champions. In my opinion, there is a good chance for an upset result. The most likely upset of Group A best of 1 is an opportunity for this shocking outcome. Myanmar proved they can match the Philippines on numerous occasions. You might ask then, why didn't you put Falcon 1st place? Now comes the harsh reality. Even though I think Falcon can pull off this magnificent result, I cannot go against logic. The world champions are hard to beat. The absolutely worst thing is you can be beating and outplaying Blacklist for the majority of the game, then make a single mistake and the entire lead you worked so hard for is in vain. Absolute devastation. I've seen Blacklist come back from seemingly unwinnable situations over and over and over again. Even if I believe in Falcon Esports' victory, my brain commands me to not doubt the champions. I'll phrase it this way. I predict Falcon Esports to finish 2nd. Although, I won't be surprised if Myanmar comes out first because they are more than capable of doing so. First place. Blacklist International. There is only one team that can possibly beat Blacklist in Group A. I predict the champions are going to have a 100% win ratio. As I said, I won't be surprised if I see Falcon beating Blacklist. It is fairly possible, and Myanmar is definitely capable of doing so. My logic says the champions will prevail, and I shall say so as well. I won't complain if they lose though. I don't really have much else to say. Blacklist didn't fall off like other world champions and will attempt the back-to-back triumph. If there was a significant moment in 2022 for Blacklist, I think it was when Venus and Wise took the break. It probably is the reason they are once again on the world stage. Being the best at the highest level is exhausting. You can't keep doing that forever. Your body and your mind need a longer break sometimes. Taking a few months off to rest can be extremely impactful for your career. Once you burn out, it is hard to fully come back to your peak. Nothing much happened anyway in the first half of 2022. RSG Philippines just took over to give a spanking to RRQ at MSC 2022 instead. Of course, they did it from the lower bracket, only to give hope to the Indonesians. Just joking. We'll see how the meta is going to change. It is possible this might be the last year we see Venus and Wise on the world stage for a while. Who knows what's going in their heads? The year 2023 will be interesting, that's for sure. How do the final standings look? I predict Incendio Supremacy to finish 4th without any win, Burn X Flash coming 3rd with 1 win. Falcon Esports fighting out the 2nd place with 2 wins and 1 loss, and Blacklist International to win Group A with a 100% win ratio. Yes, I admit this video is exhaustingly long. I just started writing my script and ended with this. I wanted to do a video about every participant. That was too time-consuming for me. I think the least I can do is to properly talk about every team participating, even though they probably won't do much. It's exciting. I can't wait for the 1st of January. I'll make sure to watch every game. That's it for this video. Thank you if you watched the entire video in one go. You're a legend if you did. I hope you enjoyed my predictions. I'll try to do groups B, C and D as quickly as possible. Until then, have a good day.